peoples, you guys are getting the behind the scenes footage. We're gonna be going live for Goofiest of the Oofiest, the podcast, in a few minutes. So you guys get the behind the scenes. We over here setting up shop, going down, my people. Stay with me. Get that behind the scenes footage, y'all. Here we go. My people's Goofiest of the Oofiest is about to go live on Box 2.0. You guys got the behind the scenes right here. Box Center 2.0. We're gonna be going in, my people's, in a few minutes. I see JJ's in there house showing love in the building. John Pound. You know how we do it, my peoples. Get ready for Goofiest of the Oofiest, y'all. We going in. Get ready for that smoke, y'all. So we live on Box Center 2.0. You guys right here getting the exclusive behind the scenes. See you in a minute, y'all. Yeah. Stay with me, my people. Stay with me, my peoples. We about to kick off Goofiest off the Oofiest in a few minutes. And let me just tell y'all right now, we're gonna be talking about some of the goofiest figures in the sport of boxing. So you guys start thinking, because I'm gonna be sending that link, and you can tap in, call in, chime in, who you got as goofiest of the oofiest in boxing. I'll be back, my people. Think about it. Who you think is a goofball? Is it a coach? Is it a trainer? Is it a fighter? Is it a sanctioning body? I'll be back with you, my people's goofiest of the oofiest. It's about to kick off in a few, y'all. Yeah. Get ready, my peoples. Get ready for this smoke. Let me see the comments, man. Let me see the comments. I know people be showing up in the building, showing love and whatnot. Where the chat at? Yes, JJ's in the building. 310. Represent. Marie, salute. We in here, Marie. You know it. Y'all parent JJ's in the house. My peoples, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget, go to Box Center 2.0 because we about to be live. We about to be live in a few, y'all. Yeah, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another Goofiest of the Oofiest, the podcast. Check it, my peoples. Salute to everybody tuning in on Box Center with Jay Smith. Salute to everybody on Box Center 2.0. We about to go in. Oofiest of the Oofiest, the podcast. Y'all know what this is about. We're going to be talking about different situations that's taking place in the sport of boxing. We're going to highlight some people, some situations, and whatnot. But once again, salute to everybody tuning in, my peoples. Happy Monday to everybody. Beautiful day. And I just want to say, make sure you subscribe, you hit that like button, because we're about to go in. And I'm about to share the link. Just listen, the way we kicking this thing off, my peoples, I'm sharing that link. Okay, I'm sharing that link. Anybody who wanna show up, man, y'all going in. What's the deal, my peoples? John Parham in the building. JJ's in there, in the building. Marie in the building. Shaku hands. You know he always come through. Check it, my people. Give me a second. Let me go ahead share this link with y'all real quick. Put it right here in the comment for you, and let the chips fall where they may. If I could only find where to put this shit at. Hold on, my people. I'm gonna send myself. I'm gonna send myself the link so then I can post the shit from a different device. This is crazy. Here we go. Here we go, my people. My check. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Make sure everything's good. So now we can post this link from over here. I think. Link. Hold on, my peoples. Trying something new out here. Bam. There you go, my peoples. That's the link right there. Who want to be the first one? Click on that link. And by the way, listen, we're gonna have a top 10 movies of the movies for 2026. I'm gonna tell you three of them right now. You can agree with me, you can disagree with me, but these are three of the goofiest of the oofiest in no particular order. Okay, one, Mauricio Sulaiman. Y'all know what he did. You know what he did. Decided to strip the face of boxing, Terrence Crawford, of that WBC title. They're gonna take the L. The WBC taking the L. Remember, I told you that. Oofiest of the Oofiest, Mauricio Sulaiman. Who else is the goofiest of the Oofiest? I'm gonna tell you. The goofy fans who said that titles didn't mean nothing, and titles don't mean nothing because it's about the money. But now they're saying that Terrence Crawford got to pay the sanctioning fees. So wait a minute. So titles don't mean nothing, and other people don't got to fight for titles if they don't want to. They just got to get money. Terrence Crawford getting money, but no. He got to pay the sanctioning fees. Goofballs, goofiest of the goofiest fans, right there. Shackle hands, you know I ain't lying, bro. Keep it 100. Goofballs. And here's the next Goofiest of the Oofiest. Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya was with Shannon Sharp months ago, a few months ago. And like, nah, belts don't mean nothing. I'd rather get a belt in a flea market, for a couple $100. The Ring magazine belt, that's the real one. Because the best gotta fight the best, and only like that you get that belt. But now, Mauricio the Oathball Sulaiman strips Terrence Crawford, and now all of a sudden Oscar De La Hoya is like, oh, Crawford don't know how to act. He gotta pay the fee like everybody else. Goofball De La Hoya, Goofiest of the Oofiest, Oscar De La Hoya. So my people, listen, hit that link and let me know who y'all think is the goofiest of the goofiest. But I gave y'all three right there. I got a few more goofballs down the pipe. But I want to see what y'all got, man. I want to see what y'all got. Damn, what am I doing over here? What am I doing over here? Oh, Lord. Doing over here, my people. I'm lost. My check, my people. What am I doing over here, my peoples? I'm completely lost, y'all. Oh no. No way. No way, my peoples. I think I dropped a lot. Hold on one second. I think I may have suffered some technical difficulties over here. Resume. Here we go, my peoples. We back in the building, my peoples. We almost fell off the map. I did fall off the map for a second, but I got back with y'all. Larry, Larry, it's a goofball. You're out of here, dummy. Wanted a little bit of attention, dummy. My peoples, don't get it twisted. We in the building. Let me see. I don't know what the hell I just did. Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to get the link. I'm trying to pin the link, and it didn't work out exactly the way I expected it. Let's just say. Might check, my peoples. We in the building. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted, my peoples. Let's make sure everything is up and running. This right here. Damn, man, when you're working with multiple channels at the same time, I'm the engineer, the editor, the everything that's happening is me, my people. I'm on that. So let me see. I want to go on with this one. Shaku hand. You can't ban him. It's golf ball. They can't stop me, bro. They can't do it to us. My people, I was trying to pin the link, but damn, I'm struggling with that. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can pin it. Hold on. I'm over here getting my ass kicked by technology, yo. So let me say, I should log in with this one. Bam. And maybe, hold on, my people. Maybe this will work. This is not like boxing for breakfast, man. This is goofiest of the goofiest. Goofy shit gotta happen, my people. Hold on. Goofy shit is gonna happen. Shackle hands, yeah, he was a little extra goofy. He got one punch KO. My peoples, tap that link. Don't be scared. I want to see if the link even works, man. I put the link up there. See if you can hit that link and express yourself. Express yourself, my people. Hold on. I'm trying to share the link, man, but things crazy over here. I'm gonna log in with this one. Bam. Let me see, man. I'm trying different things out, my people. Okay, this I got a feeling this is gonna work. First, I go to here, then I go here, and I put that link right there. Boom. Now, that the link is up. Let me see if I can pin. Yes. Oh shit, I can't. Allow me to pin it. Hmm. Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna go now to this live, this one. My peoples, check out the link right there. If you tuning in on Box Center with Jay Smith, behind the scenes, that's the link right there. Don't bam. JJ Sendejas, Daniel LeBron, John Parham, Marie. Yo, my peoples, that's the link right there. I was trying to pin that joint. Oh, here we go. There you have it, my peoples. There you have it. The link is up on Box Center with Jay Smith. The link is also up on Box Center 2.0. Now, people's express yourself. Express yourself. I gave you three of the goofiest. I'm missing an image. I gave you three of the goofiest of the oofiest. Now, I am going to have a top 10 goofiest of the oofiest for the end of the year. Those are the goofiest of 2026. Those are the goofiest of 2026, my people. That's how it's going to go down. We're going to have a top 10, but I gave you guys three. Mauricio Sulaiman. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let's find him. Mauricio Sulaiman, golf ball. Goofiest of the goofiest. We've been over this. You guys know this is facts. Goofball. Now, I gotta put y'all on to something. Gotta put y'all on. So we spoke about the boxing that took place here in the Dominican Republic on today's episode of Boxing for Breakfast, right? We addressed it. Technical difficulties, but we handled it, my people. We on it. So you guys know that we spoke about what took place here in the Dominican Republic. There was a fight with our guy. We wanted him to win. He was the favorite to win, but the way the fight played out, questionable, right? So I have to tell you, good fight, but in this case, the judges were without a doubt the goofiest of the oofiest. And I'll tell you why. A lot of people felt like, by the way, the two fighters, Eric Mini Pacman Rosa, and I forgot the first name, but the Mexican fighter, his last name is De La Mora. And obviously, with Eric Mini Pacman being from Dominican Republic, fighting in Dominican Republic, we was rooting for him to win. I was rooting for him to win, of course. The way the fight played out is really hard to say that he won. Honestly, my peoples, it's really, really hard for me to tell you guys that he won that fight. You know why? Because throughout the fight, making him miss a lot of punches. When I heard that last bell, my hope was that maybe they could get him a draw. Like, you know what? He's fighting in his hometown. maybe a draw could happen. One of the judges scored the fight 90-80. He gave him every single round. Every one. He didn't give a single round to this Mexican kid. That judge is without a doubt the oofiest of the oofiest. He needs to be fired. In fact, he needs to be fired. You don't need to be a judge no more. In a fight like that, you score every single round for the hometown fighter when most people there thought he lost the fight. The hometown crowd. Listen, when they said unanimous decision, I didn't know who won, right? But I'm thinking it's the Mexican kid. When they said the first two cards had it 8 rounds to 2. 8 rounds to 2 and 8 rounds to 2. And that was enough for me to say, damn, yo, our guy lost. Damn, the Mexican kid got him. That's it. He got him. And then the last scorecard, 90-80. I was like, oh my goodness. We got swept. This kid swept him. And then they announced that our guy won the fight. I couldn't believe this shit. Listen, when they announced that he won and they raised his arm, our crowd, the hometown crowd, started booing. Imagine that. Our people started booing. Boo, boo. More like this. No, no. And then this kid, De La Mora, he's crying, yo. Literally crying. I'm sure he can't believe what just happened. You watching the fight, it looked like he dominated. Well, the crowd started chanting his name. He's Mexican in the Dominican Republic, fighting our guy who's a former world champion, and the crowd was chanting his name, yo. Somebody picked him up and everything. So he walked out of here with the L, heartbroken, of course, but the crowd gave him his respect. The crowd gave it to him. But that was crazy, my people. It's like watching that fight, I was so disappointed, y'all. Like, wow, wow, they really did it like that. So once again, those three judges, especially the one that scored it 90-80, they without a doubt the oofiest of the oofiest, my peoples. Without a shred of doubt. Vote them in. Eli, hola, salute, bam. Did you see this fight, man? That was crazy. Anybody listen? Anybody who saw this fight knows what I'm talking about. That was crazy. But my peoples, let me know who are you voting for Goofiest of the Oofiest. There's the link right there. Tap that link. Don't be scared. Be the first one or even the only one. You never know. Wow, man. I'm look. Honestly, I can't wait to see what's next for Terrence Crawford. Just because I want to show you guys. I want you to see that this move from Mauricio the Oath Ball Sulaiman to strip Terrence Crawford is not going to slow down his training. I want you guys to see that Bud is still going to be able to get that money, still going to be able to get the big fights, is still going to be able to. do him. Ain't stopping nothing. But you is gonna diminish. Some people don't believe me when I say it. Like you guys, especially you guys, because there's people in Box Center 2.0 that they don't know about Jay Stradamus just yet. They could think, oh, he got lucky. But you guys been around long enough to know what's up. You should know about it. When Jay Stradamus tell you this is it, this is it. And Mauricio Sulaiman and the WBC, they gonna take a nasty L. You could have let Terrence Crawford hold on to that belt 4 or 5 months, vacate on his own when he's ready to go to 160. Oh no, you wanted to take it from me. Give me 350,000. I know you're not gonna defend that, but I need 350K. Okay, y'all gonna let that sizzle in your spirit when you see how this whole thing plays out. I know, Jay Smith, that you know. That means you guys are very experienced at watching fights and not home cooking. Shaku Hands Jay. I think the link is acting like it wants to be added to Goofiest up the Oofiest. Did you try to hit the link? Let me know, my peoples. If you try to hit the link and it's not going through, let me know. And I'll resend it because I think the link has a certain amount of time. That's why. So, my peoples, if anybody try to hit that link and it didn't work, let me know. I'll send it again. I may have to send it again. I think that's the way it works. Yes, I tried, but you know my phone. Now I got you. Let me send it again. Let me send it again, and you can try. Hold on. You're gonna express yourself about Mauricio the Goofball Sulaiman. Hold on, let me make sure. That shit is crazy. I hit the link. It told me I gotta update my YouTube. It told me I gotta update my YouTube when I hit the link. Goofball shit, my peoples. See, that's what happens when you go live. My phone is on some goofball shit too, bro. I'm gonna send a new link right now, but my phone is on the goofiest of the oofiest. Look, another one added to the list of goofiest of the oofiest. My phone. How you decided that this is the time for you to start loading? What kind of shit is that? Well, oh well. I guess that's what happens when you're running this type of show. Okay, let me see. Let me. Cause I got a link, but I'm not sure if this link. If I just got a. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna resend the link. It's working. The link is working. Copy. Uh, there's the link right there. Bam. That one is working. There you go. Let me know. Make sure if it's not working, you let me know. You already know, my people. There's the link. Let me share it also on Box Center 2.0. Reshare it. Make sure everybody can see it if they need to tap in and express themselves. Boom. There we go, my people. The link is up on Box Center with Jay Smith. The link is up on Box Center 2.0. Who is the goofiest of the oofiest? I already told y'all Mauricio Sulaiman, Oscar De La Hoya, and hating ass fans. Damn, fans be hating y'all. Y'all be hating. Some of y'all be hating. Let me know if you got it, Shaku Hands. If you can. There's so many things going on over here. JJ said, enjoy it, my brother. Enjoy your dinner, my G. The wheelchair guy, the veggie salad, the vegetable salad. My peoples, there's the link right there where y'all scared to death. Golly. You're scared. And by the way, you don't have to go with your face. You don't have to put your, because I know people be scared to death putting their face behind their words. Yo, tap that link and leave the camera turned off and express yourself. You see how easy it is to type away. Ooh, y'all be wilding out on that keyboard. Ooh, y'all be wilding out on the keyboard, huh? Then be scared to death. It's not working, G, on mine. The last link that I sent, because not the one that is pinned, the last, oh, no, but wait a minute, Shaku Hands. Hold on. Yo, Shaku Hands, hit me up on IG. You got my IG, bro. Hit me up on IG. I'm going to send you the link to right there. I think you got my Box Center IG, right? Hit me up on Instagram. Shackle hands, gotcha. Yeah, easy. Easy money like that. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, I don't know what be going on, my people. But then again, the show is the goofiest of the oofiest. Goofy shit gotta happen, right? Goofy shit gotta happen, my people. Mauricio Sulaiman, hating ass fans, and then you got Oscar De La Hoya, which we're switching sides and shit. One day the bells don't matter. He preferred to get them in a flea market, couple $100. The next day Crawford got to pay his fees. Golly, that's quite brutal. Brutal, I tell you. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Damn, check out the link right there. That one gotta work. My peoples, express yourself. And And listen, just because you're not hitting the link doesn't mean you can't express yourself in the comments. You could say, you could say who you think is the goofiest of the oofiest. Here we go, my people. Link sent. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No skits. Oh, oh, here we go, my people. Somebody's gonna express themselves. Damn. Salute, family. What's the deal, man? Damn, look like it's cold as hell out there. Bro, listen. I kicked this off with my three goofiest of the oofiest so far. Oscar De La Hoya, because he said titles didn't mean nothing. He would prefer to buy it in a flea market for a couple $100. But then after Terrence Crawford don't pay the fee, he like, oh, he's acting like a kid. He got to pay the fee. Now titles mean something when Crawford got stripped. He the goofiest of the oofiest for that. Then Mauricio Sulaiman was stripping Terrence Crawford. Oofiest of the oofiest. And of course, the fans who said titles didn't mean nothing for certain fighters, like, oh, now he making money, titles don't mean nothing. But now they're saying, nah, Crawford gotta pay the fee like everybody else. Now the fee, now they back in the sanctioning body when they never have. Oofiest of the oofiest. Yo, Oscar De La Hoya, goofy as hell, man. But let me know your take. And I don't understand though how they say that they giving all this money to all these people, and where all these people at? Where they at? But you're collecting, right, thousands of dollars in fees, and when it comes to these fights, you're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars. And just think about all of the champions they have across all of the different divisions, but all of the big fights that they have had during the last 10, 15 years. And you're telling me that in sanctioning fees, they haven't even put together $1 million? Bro, for all them fights, and you put together 900 and some $1,000, yo, you gotta be taking like $1,500, $2,000 a fight to put in the pot. But also, That wasn't a problem. No, but it also wasn't a problem when Canelo Alvarez had Benavidez as the number one challenger, and the fight was never mandated by the WBC. Benavidez kept winning, 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 and it never got mandated. And no, this one that they stripped from Terrence Crawford. Now two people gonna fight. Somebody's gonna be made into a paper champion. And who's the winner gonna fight? Canelo Alvarez. He's gonna be right away mandatory. So they just want to get that belt back to him as soon as possible. Come on, that's yeah, yeah. Goofy as hell. I gotta agree with you. Goofy as hell. Now, can you elaborate on that? Why you feel that? Honestly, I think that it brings me back. Remember when we were kids in elementary school or junior high school when the whole crowd is pushing two little kids to fight and they don't want to fight each other, but somebody's pushing this one from the back and pushing that one and saying he said something about your mother, he said something about, and until you make them fight each other, right? And it's almost like this is the grown up version of that. Like all these grown men, they want to force these people to fight who don't want to fight each other for your entertainment purposes. So it's like, wait a minute, these are human beings. They gotta go back home to their family. They regular people just like me and you. And my take on this is that those are two young men that should be commended because if anything, they're putting their friendship over money. Because of course they know if they fight each other, that's a lot of money to be made. But their friendship is more important. And I said it before. You can make a lot of money. Both of them have a lot of options to make money. You can't buy friends and buy them. So they value that. Yo, is that and people know that they just don't. They want to act like they don't know. But these guys, they not just friends when they're in the gym. Because when you box, I used to box, and there's people that I was cool with, but I was only cool with them when we saw each other at the gym or when we saw each other at fights. But outside of that fight environment, we never hung out, right? So people don't understand that Shakur and Keyshawn, their relationship goes beyond boxing. You know, when they're not fighting, when they're not in training camp, when they're not training, they still hang together. They roll together. How you want to talk to people like that? Nah, I gotta fight. You need to entertain us. Got some goofballs for that. Yeah, yeah. And that is that they're at that point where they like family. They close like that. So that's why I say, two people are close and they say we don't want to fight each other. You look like a goofball. And the thing is, the people that want them, that keep pushing for that, and I always bring it up, is the people who don't like Shakur. They know he don't want to fight Keyshawn, so they're like, fight him, fight him. The guy's about to fight Teofimo Lopez. And what are they saying? Nah, Teofimo, he lost to Cambosis. That's how you know somebody don't know shit about boxing, by the way. The best way for me to identify that somebody doesn't know shit about boxing is when they measure a fighter by their loss. They don't bring up their wins, they don't bring up their titles, they don't bring up anything but their loss. That's how you know somebody don't know shit about boxing. Teofimo Lopez is one of the best of this era, young fighters, and one of the most accomplished. And there's people out there who the only thing that they'll say is that he lost to Cambosis. Oh no, he is delusional. And you know what? Let me add him to the list. The goofiest of the goofiest, Teofimo Lopez. I gotta add him, and I'm gonna tell you why. Yo, how the hell Teofimo said that he was an undisputed champion at 135 because he beat Lomachenko and Lomachenko had gotten stripped, but technically he was the guy, so he's undisputed at 135. And then he says he's also undisputed at 140 because he beat Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor had been stripped, but technically he should have been undisputed, so he's undisputed. Look at the logic. He never held the title, but because those guys were stripped before he fought him, he's saying he undisputed, right? Terrence Crawford wins the undisputed crown, and because he's stripped of the WBC, Teofimo says he's technically not undisputed. Bro, how you never been undisputed in shit and you call yourself undisputed? And then with Terrence Crawford, you say, nah, he technically he not. What are we talking about? You're, you're a goofball. Mauricio Sulaiman? Oh, bro, inside my head, I punched him in the mouth so many times. Goofball. Then that smirk he be having, that smirk he be having in his face, that really made me want to punch him in the face. And look, people don't, some people don't like me saying it, and you already know, my G. I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and I'm going to stand on it. Mauricio Sulaiman don't like black people, bro. They don't like black people. It bothers some people that I say it, and some people want to be on denial. He don't like black people, bro. That's just the reality. That's just the reality. That's what we got to deal with. That's why when a black fighter got one of them straps, he dying to take it away, dying to find a way to take it from him, and put some one of his peoples in the path of that title. Yo, I'm not gonna get into it, but trust me, if I start making examples of him stripping a black fighter and then putting the that same title in the path of a Mexican fighter. Oh man, you don't know how many times that's happened, really. But I guess maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe it's a coincidence, and I'm bugging out. Bro, the funny thing about that is that he really had the balls to try to explain away the franchise, bro. He really put himself out there with that funny ass smirk that make anybody want to punch him in the face and explain why that belt was necessary. It was so necessary that he only gave it to Canelo and Lomachenko, and then that shit disappeared. That shit don't even exist anymore, bro. Where's the franchise belt? That's it. It was only for Canelo and Lomachenko. That's it. You're a goofball. That look, that belt, it meant something. But the problem is that Mauricio, he thinks that he's bigger than Terence Crawford. That trinket ass belt is bigger than Terence Crawford. And he's gonna find out otherwise. That shit is gonna keep getting diminished. Yeah, bro. This man is over there in Japan with the samurai. That's in salsa in Cuba. Fucking with the kangaroos in Australia. In Africa with the elephant. Yo, bro, Terrence Crawford taking over the world in boxing. Goofball. And let me just say something. Because there's pride into what Mauricio did. Pride plays a factor here. You know why? Because the other three sanctioning bodies took the money that Crawford gave them because they know he's not going to defend those titles. That's free money. We're going to take this money and then he's going to vacate 5, 6 months, whenever it is, right? Free money. And you have the face of boxing representing your brand, representing your title. That's good for you. Mauricio could have capped Crawford with that title for 5, 6 more months, whatever amount of time it was, and we wouldn't even be having a negative conversation about his goofy ass and his corrupt WBC. We wouldn't even be having this conversation. He could have been flying with his crooked ass under the radar, but he opened up a whole can of worms. And it's the domino effect. Because look at the domino effect. Crawford came out firing bullets on all cylinder, right? After WBC, after your belt, right? But you saw that very same day all over social media, fans, after WBC, F Mauricio Sulaiman. You saw that right away. That's another domino. You see, first Crawford, then the fans. What's another domino? We asking about the money. That's things that we let it fly over our heads. We kind of know it's happening, but we don't talk about it now. We want to talk about it. Oh, you won 300,000. What you doing with all this money, fam? So you see, you bringing up all these topics that you don't really want to talk about, Mauricio. Oh, also like that. Mad disrespectful, yo. come on, bro, a cardboard with a cartoon with a big ass head, and like how we argue with each other, how we argue on social gonna make me a cardboard of me with a big ass head, and y'all signing it to me. Like, how do you sign? Like, I got beef with you, bro. Why would you sign some shit and send it? Like, you think I want your signature? My nigga, I want to punch you in the mouth. What you doing? You know what I'm saying? So that was just some more shit, goofy shit. But hold on, let me see. They scared to death, bro. Scared to death, goofballs. Nah, listen. Go, listen, bro. Let me tell you something. Eric Bones usually says, let me in," like on Wednesdays or Thursdays. So I could be like, next Monday, and they never show up. This the third goofiest of the oofiest. Eric Bones hasn't been to one. Matter of fact, yo, last Friday he was like, yo, let me in right now. Watch, I'ma cook you. I'm like, come on, bro. You know ain't no link available. On Monday, you know the time. Watch, I'ma see you on Monday. Goofiest of the oofiest, Eric Bones. Who? The hydro grind, but he know he be getting cooked with little conspiracies and shit. No, and we're sneak hating on Crawford. Yo, the hydro grind talking about, nah, because they stripped him in the WBC, so I guess history is not really gonna recognize him as undisputed. But at least the fans will recognize him. But I'm not hating though. That's sneak hate. So here's the so look, here's the deal. Here's the deal that people don't understand, and it's very simple. The moment that he beat Canelo Alvarez, he's undisputed. The moment you put that W on his record, he's undisputed. Now, what happens is, and people don't get this part, you pay the fee so that you can keep the title. And if you don't pay it, they strip it, right? If Mauricio Sulaiman, the goofball, had to strip it from Crawford, it means that he held it. If he held it, he was undisputed. It's a no-brainer. Duh. You can't take. See, that's the thing. You can't change history. All you did was take you took a plastic away. We know who's the undisputed champion at 168. Who asked you for that shit, man? That's another slick, bro. That's another slick ass way for the goofball Sulaiman corrupt to try to take money from fighters. Make you interim. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody want to be no interim champ. That's the face of boxing. What are you talking about? Yeah. And the funny thing is that they sidestepped him because Fundora was going to fight Arrow, and Arrow still hasn't been in the ring over 2 years. They just didn't want him to have that fight. Yeah. I mean, look. The thing is, man, the Errol Spence, he got money. You know, he's not in need. He's not in need. He's not struggling. So he doesn't have to come back. That's the thing. He doesn't have to. So in reality, he just have to want to. Whenever he say, because he said it before, I've seen him say multiple times on camera, I'll come back when I'm ready. When I'm ready. So I think at some point, I think at some point he's gonna get that itch. He's gonna get that, wanting to be in the ring again, wanting to get that action. I think at some point that's gonna happen, and that's when he's gonna decide to fight. Because money wise, he's not gonna have no problem. Who? Who? Who's that? Tay? Which Tay? Oh, Tank Davis. Why? Why he got to go on the goofy list? Hold on. When are you saying he's gonna fight Pitbull before the rematch? No. But what I'm saying is when he comes back, is he coming back to the rematch with Roach? Yeah, who's he's gonna fight first? Hmm. Me honestly, I would prefer to see the rematch with Lamar Roach for obvious reasons because he beat Pitbull with Roach. That was, come on now. That's it. That was an anticipated rematch that we was gonna get. They said it was one little joint that jumped and hit him in the eye. You know, one little braid. Bing. Oh man, that was crazy, man. Listen, that's something right there. A unique situation. The way it all played out. With Tank taking a knee, going to his corner, then wiping his face while the clock is ticking. The referee kind of gets stuck looking at everybody. That was a whole crazy sequence, man. Crazy. What was it? I don't remember. Oh yeah. That's not right. That's not right. See, that's when you see he gotta come down. He need people around him to make sure that can't be saying stuff like that, especially publicly, 'cause that makes you look bad. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, we have to also see, because obviously that situation happened. He's been laying low, so we have to see how things progress. I will say though, and that's something that I like to see. But he was out there for Thanksgiving, giving out turkeys in the hood, giving out coats, giving out clothing to kids. So that's positive, seeing him giving to Detroit, giving to the people, for his community. So that's good to see, him doing positive things. So hopefully we see more of that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you're right. No, and let me tell you something too. I've seen some people that they giving out specifically because they want a group of people to see them as a hero. That way, everybody see me as a fucked up monster, as an animal. But when they come to the hood and they ask these people, they go, "Oh, he's a hero. He always doing this to us." I've seen people do that in the hood too. Like when I was out there, when I was in those streets, I seen people like, "Yo, you gotta do things to work on people's perception and shit. You gotta control the perception." So that's why, every villain, the worst person you ever seen out there, they always got a few people that to them they're hero and they're the best person ever. And you can't tell them no wrong. They always have a few people that'll tell you, no, he has a really good heart. You just really don't know. Yeah, yeah. Let me let me drop a gem on you about that having a good heart. About having a good heart. And this is a problem with having a good heart until you start getting older and you understand it, right? When you have a good heart, you don't want to say no to people, and you always say yes. So you even end up saying yes to people when it's to your detriment, when it can land you in a bad spot because you want to be the good guy. So that you're right about that, right? You're the good guy. You say yes. You want to help people. You want to do the right thing. You have a good heart, but having a good heart will get you in trouble. Trying to look out for people. Happened to me personally. Happened to me personally. Trying to look out for people. Boom, locked up, just like that. It happens. It happens. They're always going to try to take advantage. And no, your heart is so good that You see red flags in people and you ignore them, bro. Damn, they'll shit on you over and over. And you even try to tell yourself that they didn't do it on purpose, that they didn't mean to do you like that, that they was probably on something. Like you just won't accept that they don't have the same heart as you. Oh no, don't ask for your money back. They so polite. They so polite when they need it though. So nice. So humble. But let me just point something out, my G. And that's when it comes to relationships. People don't understand that every relationship is not gonna remain the same. There's people who you think they're your best friends, but they're not your best friends. There's people who act like they mad cool with you, who actually don't give a damn about you, but they are cool with you. You see that logic? Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. There's people who apply that every single day, who see you as an enemy and will act like your friend. Will act like your friend. Will hang with you, roll with you, everything. And people don't understand that concept because it sounds like a movie shit. But it only takes things to go south for you to find out what's what. As long as everything is good, you don't know. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Before I made my own YouTube channel, right? I have no let's say I have no YouTube channel. I've never created boxing content like as in I'm being a content creator. I just used to create stuff on my Facebook, right? How is it that before I created my channel, I used to post on my Facebook, yo, mad comments and people sharing my shit, commenting like crazy. I create my YouTube channel and now I share my YouTube stuff, but I should be having zero comments, zero likes, zero share. So when it was just a little hobby and I wasn't making no money off of it, you was liking it and sharing it like crazy, commenting all of it, the works. But now that I get a little paper off of it, you won't even click on that like button. That should be having zero comments, zero likes, zero everything. Explain that. No? Yeah. But I'm also gonna tell you a problem that I see. And in reality, this problem sorts itself out. In boxing, and I'm saying in boxing because that's what I do, right? In boxing, there's a lot of people who don't know shit about boxing. and and then in social media it becomes like a popularity thing. So it's not about who's the most knowledgeable, it's about who's the most popular. So if you see me and Showbiz the Entertainer, for example, a lot of people are gonna listen to him because he's super famous, super popular. But he couldn't sit for a second and try to debate with me boxing. I cook him brutally. But he's super popular. He's famous. So and I'm not even looking. I'm not even trying to knock him because the guy he's somebody who's already around a lot of fighters, around trainers, around coaches. So when you're in that environment, when you're around those people, you absorb a lot of knowledge. You're absorbing first-hand knowledge from the people that's doing it. It's not the same as you just watching TV and coming up with your own opinion. You got these people and you ask them questions, you engage them. So he has a certain level of knowledge. He belongs where he's at. You know what I'm saying? He earned that spot. But there's people, on social media that you're like, this person don't even got the talent to be here. What the hell is this dude doing over here? Like I would say out of 100 people that's quote unquote a content creator, you got five that's actually talented and they going somewhere. The other 95 you just filling up space over here. Yeah, 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 of course. Oh, Wes Dustin is in the building. Yo, salute Wes Dustin. What's up, Wes Dustin? Hit that link. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to hit that link. But I will say, bro, the way that people act, the way the people move is crazy. I won't even get into details, but it's just crazy to see it. Wes Dustin, what's the deal, my G? Who else is the goofiest of the oofiest? We put in a lot of them on the spot. Well, my people, listen. They scurry, man. They scurry. They see that link and they scurry. They scurry. My people's check it. Check it, man. We about to get the hell out of here because y'all scared to death. My G, I appreciate you. You a real one, man. They scared to death. They shook. They shook. All right, man. Here we go. Man, the topic, the goofiest of the oofiest. And these are the nominees that I got so far, man. Goofball, Mauricio Sulaiman, the Goofball fans that been hating on Terrence Crawford, and then of course Oscar De La Hoya. One day titles don't mean nothing, but now when it comes to Terrence Crawford, he gotta pay the fee. Oscar De La Hoya is another goofball. You said a few. You said a few goofballs too. Who was that you mentioned? Those are some goofballs for sure. You said somebody. I forgot who was it you said. That was a goofball. Oh, the goofiest of the oofiest. West Dustin. Oh damn. I'm mad late. I must be the goofball for showing up too late. It's so good, my brother. Listen. Every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, we're gonna be doing the goofiest of the goofiest, and it's different than in the other channel because there's a couple thousands of subscribers over there. A lot more people tuning in. So it's gonna be a smaller crowd. We started new, but we going from zero, my peoples, and just like we growing over there in Box Center 2.0, we're gonna explode over here. Because listen, I hate to toot my own horn, but I'm him. It's for real. I'm him. God, I appreciate you, man. You already know what it is. You want to give a shout out to anybody before getting out of here? Ah, yo, shout out to the goofiest of the oofiest that was scared to death, my brother. We out of here. Hey, yeah. My peoples, y'all already know what it is, man. This was another episode of Goofiest of the Oofiest. Salute to everybody who tuned in for the behind the scenes. Salute to everybody who showed up on the live. Y'all already know what it is, man. We're gonna keep doing what we do. Salute to my brother Shaku Hands, my brother West Usset, my peoples, everybody who tuned in, man. I appreciate y'all. This was the third episode of Goofiest of the Oofiest. The next one will be next Monday where we're gonna say the top 10 goofiest of the oofiest of 2025. You already know what it is, my people. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time, boxing for breakfast, my peoples. Y'all know we gotta get this boxing for breakfast. A healthy dosage of sweet science will be delivered to you guys, my peoples. You already know what it is, man. I'm Jay Smith. I'm getting the hell out of here. Peace. Bam. You see it, my people. Another episode of Goofiest of the Oofiest is in the books. Hold on now. This is the behind the scenes camera right here. Let me see the behind the scenes, man. I can't be neglecting you guys. Shit, I can't see the comments. Where the damn comments at? Here we go. Salute to Adari. Damn, my peoples, I'm almost blind. Those little letters are so small. Salute to Ike Mike. Salute to my brother JJ Zendejas, who was in the building. Ike Mike, you can say that about Sulaiman. Yet when Ryan admitted, you blame it on mental health. Not fair, Jay. Oh man, I wish I could have responded to that during the show. That was a good comment, Ike Mike. JJ's in there supposedly tanked. When he gets better, he will let us know who he's fighting next. My peoples. JJ's and LJ Smith. I'm going to Idaho on Saturday. Whoa. Enjoy the ride, my G. You already know what it is, man. Shock fans. You had a great crowd tonight. Appreciate it. My peoples, y'all already know what it is, man. Listen, Goofiest of the Oofiest. It's a new concept. It's a new type of show. But every Monday, you're gonna see it going down. Salute, Fernando Peters. Whoa, hey, Fernando Peters es mío. My peoples, respect my peoples. Fernando Peters, my peoples. Oye, Fernando Peters, my peoples, he's gonna be a world champion. Pero ese eres tú que está ahí, Fernando Peters. O es una de la gente tuya, acordarse a Fernando Peters que está ahí. That's my peoples right there. And I already told you guys. Fernando Peter is going to be a world champion. So if you don't understand this, I'm Jay Stradamus. When I tell you something is going to happen, it happens. Fernando Peter is going to be a world champion, ladies and gentlemen. If Jay Smith is telling you that, y'all know I don't miss. Y'all know I don't go wrong. My peoples respect my peoples. Fernando Peter, ay, 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 ese mío, ese mío. If Fernando Peter, matter of fact, yo, Fernando Peter won a fight recently. Yes, sir. Keep up the good work, Fernando. Ooh, Fernando Peter won. He's already 2-0. Another stoppage, another beatdown. Fernando beat them, my people. He's dishing out beatdowns. That's what I need you to understand. Dishing out beatings. And by the way, he could go southpaw orthodox. Beat the shit out of you. My people, listen, listen. Tomorrow's episode of Boxing for Breakfast. Make sure that you tune in. We're gonna be talking about real boxing. Y'all know how we get it in. I appreciate everybody. Yo, listen, 11 likes after 2 hours and change. This is diabolical. I don't deserve this. I don't wish this upon nobody. 11 likes. That was quite brutal. But yo, listen, check it. I want to give a shout out to everybody who tuned in. Um, y'all know what it is, man. This is about the sweet science. This what we love. Whether we talking about it in the morning, at nighttime, in the daytime, but this what we love, my peoples. Get ready for another episode of Boxing for Breakfast early in the morning tomorrow. The way that we do it, we gonna do what we do. My people, y'all already know. One love to everybody who tuned in. Shout out to everybody who tuned in. Always appreciate you guys. Without y'all, this show would not be what it is. Okay, without you guys, I would not be able to do what I do. People will not be interested in this show without you guys. So I appreciate every single one of you, man. Real talk. I'm out of here. Jay Smith signing off. Bam. Bam, my peoples. Bam, I'm out of here.